From our 8 News Now investigators, news of explosive new allegations of racism inside the Henderson Police Department. 8 News Now investigator Kyle Payne is here in studio with more. And Kyle, you're saying that these accusations are coming from HPD officers themselves.
Denise, one from a former officer and one from a current officer. Both men basically saying the same thing, that the department and the people inside it say and do discriminatory things.
Is the Henderson Police Department racist?
No.
You don't think so?
Never.
Henderson Police Chief Holly Chadwick on her second day in office in May, sitting down with the 8 News Now investigators after the previous police chief, Thedrick Andres, said he was resigning. And the one before him, Letitia Watson, was fired. The city said that was for poor job performance and leadership. Then Watson sued for wrongful termination and violation of civil rights, among other things.
I have been here 21 years, and that has never been something in our environment with this police department.
She's 100% wrong.
Mark Cook is Letitia Watson's lawyer in the case against the city, the police department, and some employees, including Police Sergeant Kevin Abernathy, who was mentioned in 2 new affidavits filed in this case. Those affidavits from HPD officer Hector Villa and former officer Xavier Johnson. Villa saying he heard disparaging comments, like openly referring to Watson as LaQuisha instead of Letitia, characterizing her as, quote, ghetto, and making other remarks about her appearance, even saying the chief's hair was, quote, nappy. And Johnson, who worked for HPD from 2021 to 2022, says officers would use the N-word to describe African Americans, but would do so only when the body cams they wear were off, giving Watson's lawyer a counterpoint to Chadwick's assertion that the Henderson Police Department isn't racist.
She's protecting the department or completely blind to reality. I mean, there's just no in between.
Cook says this new evidence, the affidavits, help prove his case, which he says he thinks will go to trial, despite what he calls systemic racism and the department's wholesale denial of Watson's allegations.
Blue protects blue in a way that you rarely see.
This case has been in federal court since 2021. Henderson PD said today, as they have said on previous occasions, that it doesn't respond to ongoing litigation. There are a lot of lawyers in this case, and one from the firm representing the city said there is, quote, no admissible evidence for Watson's claims, Denise.
Kyle, the detective that you mentioned there, Abernathy, won a Law Enforcement Public Service Award back in 2020 from the state's Veterans of Foreign War. The city has said he, quote, placed himself in harm's way the year before when he was involved in an officer-involved shooting in Henderson.